What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some stuff in the mail. We got these black and supposedly neon green Subaru emblems. Now as you can see, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it's almost like a neon yellowish green. Now you see they're for the 15 to 19 WRX STI, but it should fit the base models. They're all, I think, like the same size. But let me get it out here real quick for you guys and show you. They did have carbon fiber with some of them, but not the yellow. But just how clean that is, it looks really good, and I think it will go well with our color. And then they got the 3M already on the back. And then since this one already fell off, I'll go ahead and do this one first. So you're just gonna wanna peel this 3M off, just like this. And then you just line these pegs up with these holes, and then that will stick right to it. Now you see the different size. These are both same size, but it's literally the same size emblem. It just must be on the WRX that's a little bigger, but this is gonna stick and be right against it. And then you just want to push, make sure it sticks on there, and that ain't coming off. And you guys can see how clean it looks and just how really cool and good it blends into the car and gives it character. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint these two. They have just a Subaru and all-wheel drive in this color, but not the Impreza, and I really like keeping the Impreza. I do want to get rid of that PZE, but other than that, I think we're gonna try to paint those ones. And then we got the front one here, which I'm gonna take off the front emblem to put this one, so let's go do that. All right guys, so I already had this one off, but you can see where I pried. I just took the flat head and pried it off, which still doesn't want to come off the best, but you can see all the stickiness that was on it. This one stuck really good even after. That one we just had painted black and put white vinyl on it, but here's the new one. It looks pretty good. You can see the size difference. They're the same size and the same hole. These are the same holes in the front. I'm not sure why the back was different, but same concept here. You just peel this 3M off, and then if I can get it here, and then you're just gonna do the same thing here. You're gonna line it up with the holes. If I can figure out where the holes, there they are. And then you just push it on. Make sure you push it on good so it stays. That's how it looks on the front. It really gives it a pop on the color. Now you pop the hood and see how well it blends with the hood color that we have. I think it should blend very nicely, but you may have to change the color. We're gonna edit that out. But it should really match all together. It actually matches really well, like surprisingly well. Like the colors, that color's a neon yellow, and I got a lime green thinking that it would match better with this, but I think the neon yellow matches way better, so we'll end up using the neon yellow instead of the key lime. I'll show you guys here the key lime color that we did get right here, but I'm thinking the other color would match more. Well, I mean, actually that matches pretty good. This is just lighter, but in the sunlight really makes it brighter or darker. But anyways, guys, that's what the emblems look like. If we do end up painting those in this video, I will show you guys that. Guys, so we're gonna be painting the brake calipers the same color as we did under the hood, and roughly the same color as the badge. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is just take off all your lug nuts, jack up your car. You're gonna take that wheel off. I'll show you the next step. All right, so now that you guys have your wheel off, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna tape around here so you don't get paint anywhere else. Tape around up here, and then you're gonna wanna tape off this bolt and just these bolts back here, and then you should be good. You can cover these if you want. I mean, I did last time when I painted this on black, so I'll probably go ahead and just throw tape inside here, but I'll show you guys what it will look like whenever I'm done taping. so this is what it's gonna look like once you're done taping it. Just put 2 things of tape here, here, to here. I wrap this up. I just put tape over this piece here so it didn't get on it. Taped off that and taped off this. And then I did the best I could to tape off the brake pad, but you don't have to. But I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this thing down since it's dusty and muddy, and then we're gonna get to painting. All right, so basically what I did is I just took some of this and I just lightly sanded it just so it's a little bit smoother and has a nice grab to it when I apply the paint. And we're gonna be using this high heat primer, Rustoleum, to put on this first, at least 2 coats. And then we've got our neon fluorescent yellow, which is not high heat, but this primer, high heat, will protect the paint from really getting corroded and just everything else, because you're gonna have that high heat primer. So I'm gonna keep shaking it, and then we're gonna apply the first coat. Guys, so we're gonna spray our first coat. And what we're gonna do is nice streaks, start, stop, start, stop. And I'll show you guys kind of what I do here. So now your first coat, you don't want a ton. Now, I did get a little bit extra there. You can see where it's very, not runny, but very wet. And then spots like this where it's not. So you're gonna wanna let it sit like this, let it dry, and then you're gonna do another coat. You'll probably do 3 coats in total, because this, you don't want it fully covered yet, but you're gonna do this. Then you're gonna do another coat, and then you're gonna fully coat it on the 3rd one. So this is after the 3rd coat. Now you can see it's very well coated. That's not even a word. You see it's very well coated, and this stuff dries really fast. Like, it's not really all Rustoleum, but this high heat stuff really dries fast, and you can see it stops rust too. But yeah, this dries really fast. Like, I just sprayed the 3rd coat, and it's already dry. So now we're gonna shake up our fluorescent bright neon yellow color. If you want this one, it's right at Walmart. I'll leave a link in the description to both of these. I got all my cans at Walmart, but we're gonna shake this one up. You want to shake it up for a good probably a minute, 30 seconds, somewhere in between there. You can see the only overspray I have is right there. Every other spot is not oversprayed. So maybe you want to just run another piece of tape there, which I don't really care because it'll probably end up coming off and you won't really be able to see it. I think we are going to paint these things white soon. So if you guys want a video on how to paint wheels or the transformation of these wheels, which you can see they were orange, and we did a crappy job on the black because I didn't do them right and I just didn't have a ton of time. And I really just wanted them not to be orange. But anyways, off topic, we're shaking this up. But yeah, if you guys want to see a video on those or wheel transformation, let me know. Also, here within a couple weeks to a month, we're going to be getting coilovers, probably BC. I found a good set on Facebook. And yes, they fit, I made sure. But I think we're going to get them and lower this thing, and then it should be pretty good. You can see I need new tires, so we're going to be getting new tires soon too. But I think we shook this up enough. I'm going to go ahead and spray the first coat, and I'll show you guys what the first coat will look like. I had 2 more pieces of tape just because the yellow was really giving it a good overspray. But here's for first coat. You can still see the primer showing through. Not a lot of coverage, but you don't want to turn on the first coat or 2 because it's going to build up, and you don't want it running or just looking crappy. Trust me. Don't splatter it all at once. I painted so much stuff on my cars that I've learned by now, watched so many videos. You don't want to really coat it a lot on the first coat or 2, and it's still drying a little bit, and you want to let it dry, because you don't let it fully dry, I'm telling you guys, you're gonna regret it. It's really gonna look bad. I mean, like, I didn't let my wheels dry, and you can see some spots, probably not on this one, but you can see some spots that were very patchy or splotchy because I didn't let it dry or I didn't paint it right. But we're gonna go ahead and apply the second coat. Guys, once the lighting gets fixed, this is what it will turn out to look like. Now it's brighter on the camera for some reason, but I ended up having to use, if it'll focus, come on, key lime, gloss, paint, and primer. So you wouldn't have to use primer, but since we're using brake calipers, you do high heat. But yeah, the key lime, it's pretty much close. I mean, the neon yellow really started acting up and wouldn't work. So we put this down. Now we're going on to the back. And we're also painting our Impreza, which I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it back on. So if you guys have advice on what I can use to get this to stick back on, let me know. Alrighty guys, so here is the finished product of the brakes. They look pretty good. And then of course my back emblem. And I took that up because we painted it. And you can see it here. Turned out really nice, but I gotta get stuff to make it stick back on. A little cold start. Brake. And the other brake. It looks really good. Ties in well with the emblems actually. And then we did paint under the hood the rest of the stuff here to match the lime green, and it turned out better than it did whenever we had done the yellow. A lot more smoother, a lot more cleaner. We just got to do the fully cover, but it looks a lot nicer. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.